Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hello, world. I'm Chris Pirillo. If I am indeed talking to you right now, I'm not sure. If you can't tell, this is not exactly my normal spot. I'm in a hotel room right now in Toronto, Canada, where I happen to be visiting specifically for one event, Buffer Festival. It is the first YouTube film festival, really, that I've been asked to participate in. And so that's why I'm here. And I'm very grateful that Corey and his Apprentice A crew, number one, put this on. Number two, invited me to be up here. And I am doing my best to keep things as normal as possible, even while I travel. So we normally do an Ask Me Anything live on Fridays. It is Friday. It is evening. I am on the other coast of the continent, I would say the country, but I'm out of the country right now. I'm connected by way of a wired cable right now. It's connected to the wall and I'm praying that I am indeed streaming live. It may be glitchy. Hopefully audio is coming across okay, and hopefully you can see me. And also the CN Tower, which is probably the biggest form of entertainment that you will find in this video. Nice little surprise there. They had no idea I was going to be live streaming from my room. Hopefully they will not cut me off. And I had no idea I was going to have the view of the CN Tower, which is absolutely fantastic. So this is an Ask Me Anything, and you guys have queued up questions for me, and a couple of really good ones, and that I hope to be able to get to here as we roll along. A few seconds ago, you should have received a push notification to the free Locker Gnome app available for iOS and Android to let you know we are streaming live right now. And I also wanted to announce this week's recipient of the feature points giveaway. We're giving away an Amazon gift to one person who happens to spread the message about feature points in their social feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, or anywhere else. And I've got some more opinions about Google Plus that I hope to share with you in this video. So if you want to sign up, you can on iOS or Android. Go.tagjag.com/free points. Install that, start using it, start sharing the link, make sure I get tagged in it. You might get an Amazon gift card from us next week. So let's go ahead and jump into a couple of questions here. One that I really appreciated a lot, actually. Chris, and I'm going to the YouTube comments here. What is it like to have such a big influence on teenagers? This is asked by Lemsbottom Plays. I guess I don't think about it too much. When I'm 40 years old. I am definitely an old man compared to many people out there, certainly a lot of YouTubers or the YouTube audience in general. I tend not to think about who I'm talking to when I'm just putting my opinions or thoughts out there, although much like every human being, we assume we're talking to people who are of like mind. And that usually works when we are of like mind. Unfortunately, I'm 40 years old, not a teenager. I'm so beyond teenagehood at this point, and it's difficult to think like a teenager in not to communicate to teenagers, but I have a completely different set of life stresses, things that I want to do, things that I want to talk about, things that I can talk about, things that I enjoy. And I wouldn't say that many of those things are relegated to being 40 years old, but I tend not to think teenagers are my audience. I just put my life out there as someone who is a self-proclaimed geek. Many people have called me that even before I called myself that. That's kind of how the label came about. And I guess I still play with toys, so that probably makes me more of a kid than it does an adult. But I guess, more than anything, I just want to, for any teen who's listening, just be yourself. Just be yourself for the rest of your life. You will not be disappointed. Other people may be disappointed in you, but it's your life. Just keep that in mind. I wanted to let you know too that if you are in the area of Toronto, Canada, as you saw me tease in the vlogs for weeks and my tweets and posts to Facebook and Google Plus, we may be able to meet. Hopefully, I'll be able to see you tomorrow at my session. I've got a general session where I'm going to be doing a review of the iPad Air, my iPad Air here. I'll be doing my review. I'm going to try to do it live on stage with the audience at Buffer Festival tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. If the live stream doesn't work, because you never know, I'm going to have someone helping with backup. So it's going to be total audience participation. We also have a general meet and greet as a part of Buffer Festival as well. So hopefully any of you might be in the area to be able to meet. I don't know if we're going to be able to top our London meetup. We had 70 people show up in London, and many of them were teenagers, young males, and that's cool because I'd like to believe I'm young-ish. I don't care who you are, where you're from. If we get along, then I'm happy. And by the way, thank you for remembering to like, comment, and share this video. And I have a feeling you're only liking and commenting and sharing the video because of this thing behind me. This is like, is this not the best set? Oh, by the way, sorry this video is not super high quality. I'm on hotel bandwidth and I have no idea if it's working well right now, but so far I haven't been shut out or shut down that I know of. Keep the comments rolling in. If something bad happens, let me know. You may have to tweet me. I don't know. All right, so moving on, and before I get to this question, I do want to mention one of our sponsors who is making it possible for me to do live streams in general. It's a good one, and I think a lot of you guys really feel strongly about this. Chris, what are your thoughts, asks Dragon Zombies, on the new Google Plus YouTube comment change? This has impacted our community differently than it's impacted a greater degree of YouTube communities or sub-communities, really. Traditional YouTubers are not very happy with the change, and I don't blame them at all. And I want to dive in a little deeper in that, and that may actually be the biggest topic in the video that we do today. Although keep asking questions because I'm watching the comments as they roll in. But I do want to mention our sponsor, Citrix, because not all meetings can be planned in advance. Things do come up. Last-minute opportunities like traveling, work emergencies, great ideas to discuss, and you need to meet with someone on demand. But when you've got people working from different offices, different locations on the go, hey, I'm traveling, it can be impossible to get everybody in the same room when you need to meet. So you got to be prepared. To do that, you should sign up for GoToMeeting. It's a powerfully simple way to meet and collaborate online whenever you need to, wherever you are. We could do it now if we wanted to. In fact, we probably will tomorrow morning. Because with GoToMeeting by Citrix, I meet with the people who work with me in Lockernome, my business, which I've been running since 1996. You can share the same screens to work together on documents, spreadsheets, and projects in real time, and just turn on your webcam to turn your meeting into a group HD video conference. It's kind of like meeting in person. You can start or attend a GoToMeeting from any Mac, PC, smartphone, or tablet. It is very easy. As I said, I'm going to be able to use it right here in my hotel room, assuming the Wi-Fi works, with my iPad Air. And you can start hosting a GoToMeeting in seconds yourself from your computer or mobile device by signing up for a free 30-day trial. No credit card is required to get started. Visit GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. GoToMeeting.com, promo code PIRILLO. Now, here's something really cool. Thank you for hanging in there and supporting the sponsor. One of you is going to get the opportunity or win the opportunity to have a 30-minute face-to-face GoToMeeting with me that'll be shared directly in this YouTube channel. You will also win an Apple gift card valued at $300 courtesy of Citrix. All you have to do to enter is to tell me what you would like to talk about in our GoToMeeting. You propose your idea on Twitter using the hashtag WinPirillo, and I hope you know how to spell my name by now, and at GoToMeeting to qualify. The winner is going to be announced in the November 15th episode of this live show. Apple, of course, is a registered trademark of Apple Incorporated. Apple is not a participant or sponsor of this promotion. So thank you again for supporting us sponsors. Okay, now the meat. I'm parched. You got to understand, I've been up, by the way, since 4:30 a.m. traveling, and this is really the only time I've had a chance to be alone and talk to people all day, other than talking to Diana, who is back in Seattle taking care of the dogs. So Google Plus and YouTube, where do I begin? YouTube was acquired by Google some odd years ago, and Google didn't really have any social up until really recently with Google Plus, which was originally kind of promoted as a social network, but it's really been described even by Google themselves. Vic Gundotra himself called Google Plus a social layer on top of existing Google services. Well, like it or not, YouTube is a Google service, and they serve people rather well with YouTube. I'm using YouTube right now to stream live to you and you guys commenting back. I mean, at least on YouTube. I don't know if anybody's leaving comments on Google Plus because I can't see that in the live feed right now. But the thing about YouTube and Google Plus is the way I describe it, or did actually yesterday, is like YouTube is like peanut butter and Google Plus is like candy corn. And some people just want peanut butter without candy corn. And Google keeps trying to throw candy corn in the peanut butter. People who signed up for a YouTube account didn't necessarily sign up for a Google Plus account. It just happened magically. And I don't think, this is my belief, I don't think that the change is necessarily bad. I think it's probably a better way of going, in terms of integrating Google Plus with YouTube. Then again, I've never really had a problem with Google Plus other than it kind of being a cesspool of, well, it tends to have a few characters, shall we say. It's Google's hope that the integration of Google Plus comments over YouTube comments is going to eliminate trolling. Well, newsflash, there are plenty of trolls with real names on Google Plus, or even fake names on Google Plus, because you can use those too. So no matter where you go, you're going to find trolls. You're going to find absolute morons, and believe you me, there are probably more morons on Google Plus than there are on YouTube. And I know some people say there's nobody on Google Plus. Well, that's incorrect. There are a lot of people on Google Plus. Well, and this is where I have, I think, a bigger issue with Google Plus, integrating with YouTube, because YouTubers just suddenly got a Google Plus account and they didn't want it. They didn't ask for it. They didn't need it. And it's not really helping most of them. In fact, Google Plus, if it's helping anybody, is probably helping more tech people than anything. Like Marquez Brownlee, hello, he's huge. Of course, he's geek. Android, geek. Google, geek. Bam, bam, bam. He's of course he's going to do really well. I've done well on Google Plus too because I love technology and I love geeking out, and there are a lot of geeks on Google Plus. That's the problem, is that there are probably more geeks on Google Plus than anything, or anybody else, because nobody really needed Google Plus. Google Plus needed Google Plus. Google needed Google Plus because they needed your data. They were tired of trying to get the data from Facebook or Twitter. They wanted your social data so they could sell advertising against it. That's all. That's really why Google Plus exists. So people who had a Gmail account suddenly got a Google Plus account. So allegedly, Google Plus has millions of users. Well, yes and no. Yes, they are users with accounts, but most of them are not using their accounts. Why? Because they signed up for Gmail to get email. They didn't sign up for Gmail to get a Google Plus account. They didn't sign up to YouTube to get a Google Plus account. So YouTubers feel forced. And they're being forced into Google's platform, and Google's using Google Plus as their social layer. So I think what Google's trying to do is the right thing to do, inevitably, with a crossover of comments. But I absolutely understand why YouTube producers are upset and why the YouTube community is upset, because they didn't ask for this social layer. They didn't ask for that. And the way it's being forced upon them as though it was, something they wanted, it doesn't make sense. And what Google could have and should have done is just approach it differently. What you got to understand is that a lot of people who produce on YouTube, including myself, we generate revenue on YouTube. We can't generate revenue on Google Plus. If Google Plus really wanted the buy-in from YouTube producers, they'd allow us easy ways to monetize Google Plus. They don't. Will they? I don't know. Remains to be seen. YouTube is an anomaly in that sense. And so I've said this very carefully. I'm very politically minded here. Although when you talk tech, you're talking politics, certainly social. I consider great engagement on Google Plus. Unfortunately, I find there are a lot of small-minded people who use Google Plus, and because they have something to prove. We're bigger than everyone says we are. Well, yes and no. Unfortunately, no one asked for Google Plus, or at least in terms of how it was created. It's a very inorganic social network that has organic engagement in pockets. But you look at the average YouTuber's Google Plus feed, and even with them sharing videos and stuff, it ain't there. No one cares. All their communities on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. No one's seemingly using it other than for geeks on Google Plus. So this is something that I appreciate because I like Google Plus. I talked about it. I have talked about it for, since its inception. I love it. It's a great place to discover content. In fact, I subscribe to more Star Wars content on Google Plus. You guys, I know everyone wants to pigeonhole me into you're a tech. I'm like, here's the thing. I don't really follow tech crap because most of it's just it's regurgitated crap. I don't care. I enjoy Star Wars and Lego and all my hobbies. Tech isn't a hobby for me. I guess it's a lifestyle. But so I use Google Plus and I follow Star Wars communities because it's a great way to discover content. And in fact, that's how I accommodate Google Plus in the grand scheme of social, is that it's a great place for you to discover content that you otherwise wouldn't have discovered. And by the way, there are small-minded people on every platform. Everything I say always gets taken out of context. I'm just saying that Google Plus seems to some Google Plusers think they're above we're better than everybody else because we're on Google Plus and the conversation's so much better. BS. BS. Unfortunately, it's just not the way it is. Because people are idiots no matter. Hey, I'm an idiot. I'm the world's biggest idiot. And you know what? That's cool. If you subscribe to me, then you can say you subscribe to the world's biggest idiot, and I'm okay with that. Because I bring amazing scenes with me when I live stream from hotel rooms, don't I? Okay, now that I've upset half the galaxy and all of Google Plus, and hopefully everyone takes it in stride. I'm doing this live and I'm a little tired, but I think I've pretty much said what I wanted to say about that. I have no problem with it, but I completely understand why people have a problem with it, and they are right to have a problem with it. Everyone's got their opinion. All right, let's see here. What do we have for more comments? I'm looking right down from the webcam that I'm using right now. And by the way, if you guys want to know what the webcam I'm using, I can put a link for you in the video's description. Chris isn't really a gamer, says Martin Blog. No, I'm not. Don't think he'll be doing an Xbox One versus PS4 review anytime soon. When I can get an Xbox One and a PS4, I will, but that means I have to sell at least one Xbox 360 and my PS3 because where am I going to get the money otherwise? But yeah, I'll eventually get a hold of them, but I'm probably not going to be as inclined to jump on it right away like a lot of traditional gamers would. Adam Parkin notes, if you're not the customer, you're the product. Bingo. But here's the thing. I look at you, the community, the people who are watching this live video or watched at this point in time are the 112 of you who've decided to give me a thumbs up. So thank you. Even if we don't agree with each other, at least, you're here to support the sharing of thoughts and opinions. I don't view you as the product, as the community. You're very much a part of the process, and the value that we have is that you turn to me for my opinions, my thoughts, my perspectives, the silly things that I do, and now vlogging, which is great. Vlogging has just been amazing for me. If anything's pushed me away from tech, it's been vlogging, if only because YouTube doesn't like tech. They really don't. I mean, it's there, kind of, and they do support it, kind of, but look at what they did with Geek Week. Remember, the writing's on the wall. Not a single tech person was mentioned in Geek Week. Why? Why did YouTube eschew tech like that? Why? They're trying to get away. YouTube's more pop culture, and tech, unfortunately, is not pop culture. I mean, it's a device, but it's just an enabler, right? It's not a destination for most people, and most people don't tune into tech for entertainment. All right, including myself. I do every so often, but it's not the first thing that I necessarily go to. I'm entertained by things that are not tech in nature because life is too short. All right, I'm checking out good video vocals on your introduction. What? I think you were talking to somebody else because my name's not Troy. I hate when I read questions and they're not relevant to what I'm trying to do. What tech social events will you be attending in the near future besides the one in Toronto? Social events probably more than anything, but I don't do a lot of scheduled events, and I don't really like to travel a lot. Personally, I'm not a fan of travel. It just takes it out of me. I am so tired right now, but I wanted to do the live stream for everybody. I wanted to make sure I was here for you. I'm going to try to answer a couple more questions because I have a dinner to go off to. There are a few local female entrepreneurs who found out that I was coming to Toronto, and they said, hey, you want to get together? I'm like, dude, yeah, absolutely. So we're having it's going to be kind of a geek dinner of sorts, or an entrepreneur dinner. And I'm very happy to see these people I haven't seen in a number of years. One Dirty New Yorker is the username. Nexus 5 battery and issue you're having. Well, that's not really a question, but I do understand that many people are having issues with the Nexus 5 battery life. It's up and down. One day it's good, one day it's bad. Other people have had issues with the speaker. They're saying sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. Other people have had issues with the camera. It's not a perfect device, absolutely not. And anybody who would try to pitch it as an iPhone killer hasn't done their research, because it's not an iPhone killer. What it is a fantastic Android device for the price. Keep that in mind. And I hope to have my full-on experience for you in the coming weeks after I've had a bit more time. Tektronic Show asks, what's that orange thing on your wrist? It's actually red, and I apologize if the color's a little off here. It is a webcam. The CN Tower is totally taking away. You guys are staring at that, aren't you? Admit it. It's okay to admit. Just like this video if you like the CN Tower. Forget me. I'm window decor here. It's basically, I don't know what you would call it. Diana asked me to wear it, and so I said, okay. There's your answer. When your wife asks you to wear something, shut up and wear it. You can quote me on that. That's the happy wife, happy life. Oh, okay. Time for a couple more questions, folks. What do I think of Toronto's mayor? Oh, well, he's on crack. No, he just got in trouble for that. I mean, so for real. He admitted that. That's apparently a big thing that's going on right now. What do you feel about Blockbuster being shut down? Asks Mr. Grande 465. Well, my first response was, you mean it wasn't already shut down? It was kind of odd. Why are you so handsome, Chris? Well, it's probably my beauty regimen. I shower in the morning, usually shampoo and just soap, and do the spray on. I spray it in the air to ruin the atmosphere for everybody else. I don't know. Genetics. Really, was that? I don't even know if that was a legitimate question, but I'll take it anyway, because nobody ever calls me handsome. That's very rare. 2 more questions. I'll give you 2 more. If I can find 2. God, a lot of things are being marked. Or comments are being marked as spam. I don't know why. But I can't really tell. It's very difficult sometimes to follow YouTube Live comments. Wicklet asks, what do you think about Google Helpouts? Looks very helpful and interesting. I think it's pretty awesome, actually. So Google's created a new product wherein you can sign up and help people remotely by way of your webcam, and they pay you to help them. I'm like, dude, sign me up. Yeah, I'll help people. They pay me. Absolutely. I think it's a great idea, and I think Google can pull it off because they've got the brand, and of course they've got a lot of people out there who love helping people, and they're making money. So a big thumbs up for me. Although I haven't used it yet, I love the idea of the Google. What do they call it again? The Helpouts, not Hangouts. Helpouts. All right. One more question. I promised I'd do one more question. Unfortunately, I have to find a good question to answer. Have you seen? All right, this is it. YLSL Reyes asks, have you seen Tiny Death Star on iOS or Android? I have it on my phone, but I have not yet launched it. I'm kind of afraid to launch it. Here we go. Tiny Death Star. I'm launching it for the first time. Still has the LucasArts logo on it. In-app purchase. Oh, it's warning me. Saying, oh, here we go. You can buy Imperial bucks, apparently, for the. So it's available for iOS and Android. I'm not. I'd be afraid to start playing this. Oh, this is great. I love the 8-bit Vader. Look at that. I love 8-bit. I love Star Wars. I love little games like this. Oh, what do you guys think? Should I start playing this? I don't know. Maybe I'll set it down for now, and we'll move on with life. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for participating, being here with me for the live feed in a remote location, and hopefully the internet connection was good enough to support everybody being here. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, again doing the live iPad Air unboxing, so stay tuned for more information on that. I don't know exactly when the stream's going to get going because I'm going to kind of play it by ear tomorrow. Although my time is, I think it's 11 a.m. That's Toronto time. think it's like Eastern time zone, at least in Americanese. Yeah, Canada is a lot like American or America. God, okay, that's it. I'm tired. I've probably said things that are going to get me in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and move on with life, and hopefully you guys will as well. So stay tuned for tomorrow's live stream, next week's live stream as well. And we'll continue to do this so long as we get 1,000 likes for every live stream that we do. I will love to keep doing that. I will cut into my own time to communicate with you and do this live interaction as much as I possibly can. It just takes time to do. So thanks for the questions, and thanks for being you. And I kind of said that for all the teenagers, but that goes for anybody. Hopefully everybody's happy with themselves, because you don't need to have a happy wife to have a happy life. You just have to be happy yourself, because if you're happy, that's really kind of all that matters. And you know what? I'm happy.